So the state of Oregon has extended the pause on the requirements for graduation, for high school graduation, for reading, writing, and math. Since 2021, they've extended that to 2028. So this is something they just keep going over and over again. They just waive the requirements to do the basic skills needed to actually live out in the world, right? So this is one of the reasons why I'm a big advocate for privatizing education. Just get the government out altogether. Education is something that people, if they're spending their own money, they're going to take it a lot more seriously. Okay. There was a time when I was paying out of pocket to go to college classes. And at that time, seeing how expensive that was, by golly, I sat in the very front of the class to get everything that the professor was saying. I didn't want to miss anything. I never missed a day. I was right on top of everything because, well, I was spending my own money. And I think that's one of the things that will solve the problem that we have. So it's not just Oregon, although this is a pretty bad case. But we see lowering of test scores all over the place. We see lowering of standards. Obviously, it depends on the jurisdiction as well. Privatization of education is a move that I think would solve a lot of these problems. And then parents can pick and choose which schools they want their kids to go to. If they don't want their kids to learn some of the radical egalitarian stuff, they just don't send their kids to that school. Then they go woke. The school goes woke and goes broke, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work with some of these high-end universities. I mean, people still go to these universities because of the prestige, but and those are even worse. But so yeah, it's ludicrous, right? But here we are. If you really want to get a good education in this day and age, you have the internet. Read and learn yourself. I mean, I got a whole bunch of books. I used to have a lot more books than this, by the way, at one time. I actually donated most of them, but I used to have enough that would fill a bookshelf around this whole room. I would advise people to be self-taught, teach yourself skills, learn how to think critically. Don't depend on these institutions. Unfortunately, these institutions are in the process of failing. That doesn't mean you have to fail yourself.